Well, welcome to another edition of More Bad News, brought to you as always by Camel Cigarettes. Remember that more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. When we look at a pack of Camels, we see a little box of cigarettes. But what does it mean? What is its significance? That can only be understood in relationship to the fabric of reality that is embedded in it. Think of the fabric of reality as something similar to the fields that carry the electromagnetic charge or the gravitational attraction. The moon would like to go in a straight line, but it is trapped in the gravitational field of the Earth. And in the same way, our thoughts are bent by the fabric of reality, which tells us that cigarettes are either good for us or bad for us. When sitting in a circle, passing around the pipe before the sweat lodge, the fabric of reality surrounding the significance of smoking is entirely different than standing and smoking a cigarette. Each one of us tries to understand the world, but our perceptions are molded by the fabric of reality that is embedded in the objects and events that surround us. When I was young, a pack of Camels brought to mind more doctors smoked Camels than any other cigarette. Smoking cigarettes was associated with success and happiness. It was Hitler's government that first launched a modern public health campaign aimed at changing the fabric of reality woven around cigarettes. The tobacco industry was one of the first to realize that they were all selling basically the same product, and the only thing that differentiated one pack of cigarettes from another was the fabric of reality that they spun around the product. Tobacco companies were the first to utilize modern advertising to engage in a kind of mind control. They wanted to control your thoughts and behaviors in such a way that you would die and they would make a lot of money. Over the course of my show, I have been unraveling the threads of this reality. Well, it's been another week of very bad news. The Guardian reports that the world is on the brink of disastrous climate tipping points. And this was a news article, it was a summary of an analysis published in Science magazine, where I like to get my bad news from, which assessed more than 200 previous studies of tipping points. A tipping point is when a temperature threshold is passed, leading to unstoppable change in a climate system, even if the global heating ends. And so it doesn't matter where we are. Some people say we're at 1.1 degrees higher than pre-industrial, and they started at 1880. It doesn't matter. The point is that 9 global tipping points have already been identified that we have passed. The collapse of the Greenland ice sheet, the east and west Antarctic ice sheets, the collapse of the AMOC in the Atlantic Ocean, the Amazon dieback, the permafrost collapse, and winter sea ice lost in the Arctic. And I would add also the loss of the coral reefs. Basically, our fate is sealed. The only question is, how much time do we have left? Well, it's the holiday season. You see, this is my Lulav. I wanted to introduce you to the holiday season, and let me just actually share my screen to show you what a sukkah looks like. Okay, so here is this is a picture of a sukkah, and it's a little booth. It's covered with leaves and twigs. Corn stalks is really always good to use. They also sell bamboo that you can just roll over the top of it. We're going to be building, Karen and I will be building our sukkah today after I'm finished with the show. In ancient Israel, the farmers would build these things in the field during harvest time. This is the last harvest of the year. And they worked all day, and then they would sleep in the sukkah at night to protect the harvest from animals and thieves. So let me stop the share and go back and explain this now. So this is a fertility symbol. And so it's a bit racy here. We're going to get into sex education. And what this is an etrog, a citron. This one happens to be gorgeous. The most beautiful etrog I have ever had in my life. If you've ever seen the movie Ushpitzin, I recommend watching. It's a great movie. This is a gem. I won the lottery this year, and this is the lulav. So watch how this works, and pay attention, because you're going to need to know this if you want to have a fruitful year. If you want your harvest, to be good. If you want your sheep to have many lambs. If you want to have many children, this is how it works, and I can testify that it actually does work. What you do is you take, this is the, do I need to explain this? This is the female symbol. This one is the male symbol. You get it? Male, female. Now, so this is how it works. You take the female and you put it right up against the male, and you shake. And here, see, you shake. And from the top comes many blessings. And so we walk around the synagogue. We shake it all week long. We shake it in the sukkah, and this, if you take this lesson to heart, female, male, together, shake, the blessings will just come. So that's it for this week. The holidays are unending, and this is the first time that I have gone through these holidays without actually having to work, and it's still busy and it's still unending. And so what I want to do is wish you the best for the new year. Get yourself a little of an esrog and shake it. And if you want to shake a lulav and esrog, just go to your nearest synagogue. You'll be able to shake a lulav and esrog there. All right, so that's all for this week. It's just such a delight, these holidays. I will see you next week. The holidays won't exactly be over, and I'll have one more themed, holiday themed presentation. So that's all for this week. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.